Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most famous and life-changing organization methods on the planet, the Marie Kondo method, also known as the KonMari Method. Millions of people have used this incredible technique to completely transform their homes, reduce stress, and bring so much more joy into their daily lives. And today, I'm going to break it all down for you step by step in a way that is super clear, complete, and incredibly powerful. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by clutter, this is the video for you. So, let's start with the absolute foundation of the KonMari Method. It all begins with one simple, yet profoundly transformative question. Does this item spark joy? This isn't just a question. It's the heart of the entire philosophy. The process is hands-on. You pick up every single item in your home, one by one, hold it, and really connect with it. Then, you ask yourself if it genuinely makes you happy, if it brings a little spark of joy into your life. If the answer is a clear and resounding yes, that item has earned its place in your home, you keep it, and we'll talk about how to organize it later. But if the answer is no, or even just a hesitant maybe, it's time to let it go. But you don't just toss it out. You take a moment to thank the item for the role it played in your life, for the purpose it served, and then you release it. This process isn't just about getting rid of stuff. It's a mental and emotional reset of your relationship with your belongings. The ultimate goal is to create a home filled only with things that support the person you are today and the future you want to build. Now, here's where the KonMari method really flips traditional cleaning on its head. Most of us tidy up room by room, right? We'll clean the bedroom, then the living room, then the kitchen. But Marie Kondo's approach is the exact opposite. You organize by category, not by location. So, instead of tackling the bedroom as a whole, you choose one single category, let's say, clothes. You then go through your entire house and gather every single piece of clothing you own from your closet, your drawers, the laundry basket, the coat rack by the door, even that sweater you left in the car. You bring it all to one central spot. Only when you have completely finished with every item in that category do you move on to the next. And yes, for every single shirt, every pair of pants, every single sock, you ask that same question. Does this spark joy? It's a meticulous process, and it definitely takes time. But the reason it is so effective is that it prevents you from just moving clutter from one room to another. You're making a final decision on an entire category of items at once, which is incredibly powerful and honestly So, what are these categories? Marie Kondo divides everything you own into 5 main groups, and the order is very intentional. You start with clothes, then move on to books, then papers, then a category called komono, and finally, you finish with sentimental items. Let's break that down. Clothes are first because they're often the easiest to make decisions about. Books are next. Then comes papers, which can be a real headache for a lot of people. After that is komono. This is a Japanese word for miscellaneous items, and it's a huge category. It includes everything from kitchen gadgets and bathroom supplies to electronics, makeup, and general household goods. Finally, you tackle sentimental items. The real magic happens when you start a category. You take everything from that category and put it all into one giant pile. When you see the mountain of clothes you've accumulated or the sheer volume of books you own, it's a massive wake-up call. It forces you to confront just how much you really have, how much you never use, and how much you don't even remember owning. For many people, this moment of seeing it all together is the breakthrough. It's what gives them the motivation and the clarity to finally let go of the excess and start fresh. Now, let's talk about one of the trickiest categories for most people: papers. Paper clutter can feel endless and overwhelming, so Marie Kondo gives it a special set of rules. After you've gone through your papers and decided what to keep based on necessity rather than joy, you divide them into 3 simple subcategories. The first is for papers that need action. These are things like unpaid bills, forms you need to fill out, or invitations you need to respond to. They have a deadline and require you to do something. The second subcategory is 4 important documents that you must keep indefinitely. This includes things like contracts, birth certificates, passports, and legal papers. These are your essential life documents. The third and final subcategory is 4 papers that you need to access from time to time. This might include warranties for appliances, instruction manuals, or reference materials for a hobby. By separating your papers this way, you create a system that's organized, functional, and makes it easy to find exactly what you need when you need it. No more frantic searching through piles of random paper. Once you've gone through a category and decided what truly sparks joy and deserves to stay, it's time for the next crucial step: giving every single item a designated home. This is a core principle of the KonMari Method. Every item you own must have a clear and specific place where it belongs. When you're done using it, it goes right back to its home. This simple habit is what keeps your space tidy for good. The focus here is on practicality and ease of use. Items you use frequently should be stored in places that are easy to see and easy to reach. Nothing should be buried at the back of a deep cabinet or stuffed into a box that's hard to get to. Marie Kondo also has a great piece of advice here. Resist the urge to go out and buy a bunch of fancy new organizers and storage containers. The goal is to simplify your life, not to add more things to manage. Before you buy anything, try to use what you already have, like shoeboxes or other simple containers. Create a storage system that works for you and supports your daily routines, not the other way around. Now we arrive at the final and often most emotional, categorically sentimental items. These are the objects that hold our memories, our feelings, and our history. They can be photos, old letters, gifts from loved ones, or keepsakes from our childhood. They are, without a doubt, the hardest items to evaluate and let go of. And that's precisely why the KonMari Method saves them for the very end. By the time you get to this stage, you've spent hours, maybe even days, practicing the art of asking, does this spark joy? You've honed your decision-making skills, you're more confident in your choices, and you're better prepared to handle the emotional weight of these items. When it comes to storing the sentimental items you do decide to keep, Marie Kondo suggests treating them with the respect they deserve. Don't just stuff them in a dusty box in the attic. Store them in beautiful boxers or containers that reflect how much they mean to you. The same principle applies to photos. Instead of keeping them hidden away, display them in lovely albums that you can place on a bookshelf or a coffee table, where you can easily look at them and enjoy the memories they hold. Finally, and this might be the most important part of all, Marie Kondo reminds us that this entire process should be a joyful and meaningful experience. Tidying is not a punishment or a dreaded chore. It is an act of self-care. It's an opportunity to connect with yourself, your home, and your vision for the future. So, when you decide to start your KonMari journey, try to slow down and be present. Remove distractions, turn off the TV, put your phone on silent, and just focus on the task at hand. Dedicate a specific day or weekend to it. Enjoy the process of rediscovering your belongings, and really appreciate the mental clarity and peace that comes with creating a space that you truly love. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the KonMari Method, make sure you subscribe for more content on organization, minimalism, and home transformation. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which category are you most excited or maybe most nervous to start with? Is it the clothes, the books, or are you preparing to tackle those sentimental items? Let me know below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.